Good morning, my friends. Frank Bice here from the Cranwell Foundation. Today, the church honors three saints: Saint Paulinus of Nola, Saint Thomas More, and Saint John Fisher. Saint Paulinus of Nola was from the ancient area known as Gaul. That encompasses basically France, Luxembourg, Belgium, and most of Switzerland. And apparently, St. Paulinus was married, and after the death of one of their newborn sons, the couple, St. Paulinus and his wife, decided to convert to Christianity. And once they did that, they sold all their earthly possessions and just tried to live for God. And the church officials, the clergy, was so impressed with his actions that it's reported they ordained him a priest against his will. Apparently, that was not so uncommon in the early church. I know St. John Chrysostom went into hiding because he knew he was going to be forcibly ordained. And so these guys, I guess, had such strong character and gave such a strong witness that the church hunted them down and ordained them. And then they were true to their calling. You know, St. Paulinus would eventually become Bishop of Nola. And again, his family, apparently, his relatives were all mad at him. He and his wife were selling all their earthly possessions. I guess they had a lot of property. And he gave it all to the poor. Now, I'll always be tied to St. John Fisher because it was against St. John Fisher that I had my spinal cord injury. I broke my neck there up in Rochester 36 years ago. And two lessons I learned while I was in the hospital were this. When I was in traction, and my family was amazing. You know, Terry, Peggy, CJ, Kitty, my mom, all my friends from Manhasset, Cranwell, Canterbury, Siena. My friends from Siena were great. And new friends from St. John Fisher were at my bedside all the time. But when I was in traction, one night I prayed. And I made a deal with God. I said, Lord, if you'll give me the strength to live the rest of my life with a positive attitude, I'll say yes to whatever you want me to do. So I surrendered because I knew my injury was permanent. I also knew it was my fault. So, because I dropped my head during that tackle and I knew what I was doing. And I knew I made a mistake. So after that, I just started to pray for the ability to say yes. And then once I was able to get in a wheelchair, I tried to say yes anytime anybody asked me to do anything, as long as I thought it was a good thing. And that led to a lot of different service-type activities that in so many ways set me free. The other thing that helped a lot when I was in the hospital was a priest used to pray, "Thank you, Jesus," in my ear. "Thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus." And I would pray that prayer all the time. When I woke up in the morning, when I went to bed at night, "Thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus." And eventually I started to think about all I had to be grateful for or pray about it. And I started to be grateful for my injury because I realized if I could see it as a gift and just accept it, it would lead me down roads that I never would have gone down. And I'll be honest with you, it's also forced me to trust God. And so my injury has been a gift. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So there's two things: saying yes to service and saying thank you. So I believe service makes you powerful. Gratitude makes you invincible. And those two things have carried me a long way. Okay, God bless you. I hope you have a great day.